Welcome to the presentation of the January Topps Triumph of the month. And I'm joined by a member of staff from Topps Tiles, Mike Moss, the Regional Sales Director. Mike's going to present the award and also have a chat with January's winner. Of course, those in the running were Freddie Steward, Harry Wells and Nemani Nadolo. And I think we're pretty safe to say that the most popular bloke won. So, Mike, over to you.
Right, thank you very much indeed. It was far from me to say who's the most popular bloke, but so yeah, it's great news that I'm here to present the Triumph of the Month award for January. It was really close for second and third actually, but we did have a really clear winner. So Nemani Nadolo and Freddie Steward were second and third, but actually a really clear winner this month. Many congratulations to Harry Wells. Welcome on.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mike. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Enjoy the Topps Tiles champagne.
I'm sure the Mrs. Meal will enjoy it with being the 12s. Definitely.
Good. So first things first, talk me through the try. Obviously, I've seen it a few times, but little cheeky handoff. Talk me through it.
So I think that Freddie caught a box kick, and then was it Lenny? Lenny spied the space down the left hand side, hit Nemani. Nemani beat a couple of defenders, big fend, offload out the back, and then luckily I was the one that got on the end of it.
I'm not sure looked pretty good to me. Looked like it was a well-rehearsed training ground move to me. That's what it looked like. But maybe I'm a bit uninitiated.
I don't think they'll be. They tend to avoid giving me the ball in training, actually. So.
Yeah. Okay, good. But it was a big win, wasn't it? It was an important win against Bath. Always a big win.
Yeah, definitely. You know, like they're probably our oldest rivals, so games against them, they're always really special, and they've always got a little bit of bite to them. And to come out on top was really special.
36-31, good win because there's bonus points as well, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 5 points.
Okay. Good news. And big game Saturday. Are we ready for Wasps on Saturday?
Yeah. We've had a great week's training. We're building really nicely, and we're going to continue to keep building on what we've been doing over the last few weeks, and hopefully deliver the result.
Okay, super. And it's really interesting because I was reading this week around the Premiership have made this decision about no relegation this year. What did you think about that? Was it a surprise? Was it something you guys were expecting as a league, or?
No relegation. You know, the ring fencing chat it's been happening for the last few years, and I think that definitely with the circumstances that we surround ourselves with COVID and everything, I think that it'd probably be wrong for a team to get relegated due to COVID, because it's a rugby league. It's not based on luck, and I think for the long-term future of the sport, I think it's definitely the right decision to help teams maintain that safety and then play that 13-team league next year.
Yeah, it felt like a really sensible decision, you know, as a spectator and somebody who watches the game. It did feel like that. Interesting you mentioned COVID, Harry. So how's it affected you guys? I mean, I know you've got a couple of young children at home. You guys have your recharge days, and I suppose what I was really interested in, I'm doing a bit of work from home, which for me is, you know, I look after a load of shops and I'm all around the country. So how is it for you when you've got these recharge days, young family at home? How do you balance it?
I think it's a lot more difficult now than it used to be, trying to find activities for the kids to do. Luckily, my wife takes care of most of the homeschooling. So you know, I don't have that responsibility because that's not really my strong point. But just trying to keep the kids busy, you know, walks, a bit of playing in the garden, sitting down, just enjoying family time. I think that's one thing that the time at home has been really good for, particularly in the lockdowns, having time to spend with the family, which we wouldn't normally get. Obviously, we like to be out and about, socialising with other people, but I think that time has been really special, and I have really cherished it.
Brilliant. And in terms of training at home, are you able to break off from do you do much training at home? You know, I believe it's not, we don't have days off anymore. We have, I think, is it recharge days? Is that right? And it's, do you have the capacity to train when you're at home and break off from the family for a while?
We've got the opportunity to go back into the club and do our own recovery there. We can use the gym equipment. We can use their recovery facilities to do our own individual things. But at home, normally it's just stretching, a little bit of rolling. Well, if the kids will let me. I think that's the biggest thing. Normally you can't recharge and roll around too much on the floor without getting jumped on and put into a bit of a headlock by the kids. But you know, I think it's just trying to make the most of them opportunities.
Yeah, I got a 4.5-month-old Springer dog that does exactly the same to me, but I'm probably not stretching quite the extent that you're stretching. So I think the other couple of things I really wanted to ask was, we're right in the middle of the Four Nations, 6 nations, 4 nations, showing my age, 6 nations. What do you think? What's your view so far? What are you thinking for the next few games?
I think that England definitely are building on performances, so hopefully they'll keep getting them wins. And you know, the boys are working hard, from what I hear, and you know, like, you've got to trust in the process, and hopefully they'll deliver a result at the end of the tournament.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been a tough start, but some really exciting start. I thought, obviously, England had a good win, but I thought the Welsh-Scottish game the other day was that was incredible game.
I think these games are just highlighting how physical rugby is becoming nowadays, because the nature of the games is just so attritional, and the force that the players are putting themselves under is absolutely huge.
Yeah, I listen to some of those clashes, and I don't know how some of you guys can get up from them. It's quite extraordinary. So I think just one more question from me, Harry, if you don't mind. Obviously, you went through the academy at Leicester. You spent some time at Bedford Blues as well, and I suppose I'm just really interested in your words of encouragement or advice and inspiration for young athletes looking at someone like you who's done the hard yards, and what advice would you give them to I suppose to keep going and to follow their dreams?
I think the biggest thing is just work hard, keep your head down, and just do everything you can to give yourself the best opportunity. My journey wasn't as straightforward as others have been, and I think that I took every opportunity as what it was, and made the most of it. So going on loan where other players my age were at the club playing games for Leicester. Some players might not have taken that in their stride, but you know, I took it as an opportunity to play rugby, get better, and it's a lot about who you surround yourself with as well. You need people that are understanding of what you're trying to achieve, and they're going to help you get to your goals in the end.
So attitude above aptitude, I always think. I don't know if you agree with that. Great. So listen, I just want to say thank you for your time. Many congratulations on winning the Triumph of the Month award, and hopefully you'll get to win it again. Many congratulations.
Thank you very much for your time.
Right. Thank you, Harry. Good luck.
Take care. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. On behalf of Topps Tiles, I'd like to congratulate Craig Beardsley for winning this signed shirt. Thank you so much for your vote, and thank you so much for your support.